Good morning, everyone. It's Suzanne Taylor here for Friday morning coffee chat, and I am joined today by the amazing, the talented, the beautiful, the inspiring stylist, Ashley Schafer. Good morning, girl. How are
Good
you?
morning. Good morning. I feel like we need to have a chat every morning just to kind of get me on that positive, like energy level boost for the day.
Well, I have my boost today. My son was just so kind and brought me a four-shot latte from Starbucks. So I can't explain what my day is going to be like after completing that beverage. I'm very
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
And I'm also excited because you're wearing a sweater. And I want to talk about this because this is the power of social media.
Yes.
This is going to be super encouraging for all of you listening, whether you're a stylist or a coach or you sell a product or a service. So Ashley has this beautiful sweater on today, and I saw it on her on Instagram with a pair of white jeans.
Yep.
And I commented, I said, I love that sweater. And she was surprised. She was like, oh, it's a little girly. Like it's a little out of, no, that is just the right amount of girly for me. So do you want to show everybody your
Yeah.
sweater?
So for people, it has just like floral stitching here, and then there's a little bit down on the hip also. So
Mm-hmm.
when I first styled Suzanne, she told me her style was edgy with a little rocker in
Mm-hmm.
there. So when she said that she really liked this sweater, I was surprised because the floral stitching isn't exactly something that I would have pulled for her.
Yeah.
However, I do know that she glows, you do glow in this color blue.
Yeah.
So I can see why you were attracted to it because this color is definitely something that I would pull for you.
Yeah, and it's one of my brand colors. It makes my eyes look bluer. I love the makeup choices for that color sweater, and I love the fact that it would go with leather pants. It would go with a pair of white shorts or jeans in the summertime. It would go with jeans in the wintertime. And so, from that post you made, I went right on to the website where you bought it from. I bought the sweater and I happened to get it for 50% off. So I got that sweater for $24 and
Amazing.
I'm so excited. It's sitting right here in my office. I almost put it on so we could matchy today, but I'm a little too hot to wear a sweater
Yeah,
in my
it's
house.
great. It's a nice thin cotton, so it's a perfect
Yeah.
summer sweater. Like you said, I had it on with white jeans,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's perfect to, take to the shore for those
Yes.
cool nights. You could wear it with white shorts, or you could wear it with white jeans also. But yeah, it's super versatile.
Yeah. And so the power is that I would have never seen that sweater. I would have never bought that sweater. And because I like and follow Ashley on Instagram and on Facebook, which you should too,
Yes.
just her style tips alone, her blog posts are funny and like a real conversation with a girlfriend, which I love that. I don't want to read boring facts. So she's definitely not that. So how about you just introduce yourself and what you do and some of the things you do for women? I mean, I know, but I want more people to know
Right.
that feeling that you gave me, prepping me for two really big speaking events and made me feel I'm already confident, but you took that to the next level for me. So talk a
That's
little
so
bit
good to
about that.
hear. That's so good to hear. And that truly is my goal. So I'm an image consultant, which, some people are like, oh, what's an image consultant? I've never heard of that before. So I like to explain to people, I do personal shopping, I do personal styling, but really what an image consultant is kind of that greater umbrella that considers the client, that considers what their image goals are. How do you want to be perceived when people meet you? Because honestly, when you meet someone for the first time, your image is how they're going to remember you over the
Yeah.
things that you say. So that's really, really important. So I take that into consideration and marry it up with your lifestyle. So, what do you do? What's practical for your everyday life and the things that
Mm.
you're doing? Because, as a stylist, I could put you in something and make you look amazing, but maybe you can't really walk, you know? Or maybe it's not practical for, the fact that you have to go to soccer practice directly from work. So I take all of those things into consideration and I cultivate a wardrobe that makes women feel empowered. It makes them feel less stressed in the morning. My goal is for you to be able to walk into that closet with your eyes closed and put something on because everything makes you feel amazing. So
I
that's true.
I love that. I love that because um I gained 30 pounds from an injury a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and I'm still in the process of getting back to, in I don't want to say a number because that's not what's important. For
Right.
me, it's more about how I feel, my activity level, my strength level, but that also equates to a different size clothing in my closet. So right now, I have two size clothes in my closet. And because of you, I decided let's take out everything that I have to pass by because no, that doesn't fit yet. That doesn't fit yet. That
Yes.
doesn't fit yet. And by taking all of that out, putting it in the spare bedroom closet, I realized I was down to this really capsule wardrobe where, there was one pair of jeans, one white pair of jeans, a couple sundresses that I can mix and match with sweaters or little jackets and it really, it felt so much, more
A weight was
abundant.
lifted off your
Yes.
shoulders, right?
Yes. Yes. And even going through the underwear drawer and the bras that don't fit and the socks that are old and there's no reason that any one person needs to have 200 pairs of socks.
No,
Like,
no, that's just
seriously,
excessive. That's
it's
just excessive.
ridiculous.
Yes.
And so I went through the socks and I literally made a pile and said, I don't wear these. I don't need them. I'm filling up a whole drawer. And I tied them all together and I made a toy for my dog.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you talk about these things because these are actually, and we haven't discussed this. So I'm actually really impressed that you came to the realization on your own about getting rid of the sizes or at least moving them out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so important for a few reasons. First of all, you don't really need that constant reminder in the morning that those items don't fit,
Oh, yes.
right? Like,
Yes.
and also another thing is, a lot of clients will say to me, I really want to work with you, but I have to lose 10 pounds or I am not where I'm at.
Mm.
And I have a few things to say in regards to that. One, if we get you in the right clothing, a lot of times you look 10 pounds thinner already.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's a win. Who wouldn't want to look 10 pounds thinner without sweating it out every day?
Yeah.
So there's that, and then, I encourage people a lot of times, like when you're in clothes that make you feel happy, it helps you lose the weight. So it's like an extra added incentive,
Yes. Yes.
right?
And that's just basic brain psychology. You're actually talking about when you feel good about yourself. Whether it's the self-talk or you walk by a mirror and you're like, damn, like I look good in this. It doesn't matter what size you are, whether those pants are
Absolutely.
size 12 or size 4, that happy feeling comes from the inside. And once you have that, it's like everything looks better on you. And
Right.
that's kind of what you know, I talk about that as far as my client's mindset. And you're talking about, not really worrying about, obviously, if you're in the process of losing weight, people hold back on showing up,
Mhm.
whether it's on social media or to date or to be out in public or get that new haircut or buy that new outfit. No, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait.
Right.
And when you do that, it's like you're putting off feeling good about yourself. Oh, I'll feel good about myself when.
And,
And
and people often say like, oh, it's just work. Right now, most of us are working from home,
mhm,
but, some people say it's just work. That's something I would wear on the weekend. Like, work's not important enough. Well, you're at work 5 days a week and the weekend is only two. Why would you spend the majority of your week wearing things that, don't really serve you
yeah.
and just save the other two for the weekend? And, you know, it's unfortunate that, oh, you don't need an entire new wardrobe, but, those pieces that can help, elevate your image really will boost your confidence and just make you feel great. And it's infectious to every part of your life.
It really is, because I notice, when my husband compliments something that I have on, and I'm working from home, so like today I have a really cute shirt on today and cute earrings, but I'm wearing running shorts and sneakers, because this is the nature of my job right now. Like I can dress from the waist up
Oh,
and be ready for the rest of the day from the waist down. And so I've noticed that since I've been doing that, that I don't quite feel the same as far as feeling professional, feeling pulled together. And so yesterday, I did a little social experiment, and you're going to love this. I had two really big meetings yesterday. One with an investor, one with a potential client, and they're like big deal. Like, so I have to show up to the second meeting with four men who have multi-million dollar businesses, right?
yep,
And I am pitching my idea. Like I was already like, okay, this is a little out of my comfort zone, but
right.
I'm embracing it. And I decided I'm putting on a dress, I'm putting on heels, I'm putting on, this really cute white summer jacket
Yeah,
with necklace, bracelet, earrings. All my rings were like, I dressed like I was going to their office to meet them.
absolutely.
And I walked downstairs, and just the click of my heels on my
You're like,
hardwood
I'm
floor,
killing
I'm
it.
like I got this. So it was really just that image for me raised my vibration. And I'd love for you to talk a little bit about how you've seen it do that for women.
Sure. Well, so, first of all, like we as women, we pride ourselves on being able to multitask. We've got a ton of things going on.
Hmm.
And, one of the things that I really, strive to succeed on is giving my clients, not only just the extra confidence, but the extra time really to focus on what's most important to them. And, that meeting that you had yesterday is huge for your business.
Hmm.
And, there's no time, quite frankly, for you to be stressed out about what you look like.
Yeah.
You need to go into that meeting feeling super confident and focused on the task at hand, not worried about, oh, is the shirt too low or, really anything about your wardrobe. And I've seen that firsthand with my clients. And, a lot of times they're strong, fierce women already,
Hmm.
but, they want their image to kind of mirror what they're physically capable of, whether
Yes.
it be in their life, in their career, or what have you. Because at the end of the day, there's someone else out there that can do both. Someone else
Yes.
out there that has that image and is just as strong. So, you're really shortchanging yourself on just thinking that your work can speak for itself.
Yeah.
Um, so, I had this one client near and dear to my heart. I worked with her for a very long time, and unfortunately, she moved away. And right now, I'm doing everything virtually, so we could still work together. But previously, I was doing more in-person work. But she said to me, she wanted to be able to participate in office conversations with her fellow coworkers. Because a lot of times you'll go into the office like, oh, I love that sweater, or oh, is that a new handbag? She didn't feel like she measured up. She knew
Mhm.
work-wise she did, but image-wise she didn't. And, we worked together and she was ever so grateful. And, all the women would constantly say, "Oh, you look great. I love this and that."
Mhm.
And, I pride myself on getting to know my clients really, really well. And, whether your style is edgy like yours or hers, which was super, more professional because she was a lawyer, I pride myself at getting to know you to the point where I can dress you and style you to where it really, truly feels authentic to you. Like
Yeah.
you yourself, like if you had the skills and the knowledge, would have picked that out for yourself.
Yes.
And I think women are really hard on themselves in the sense that, oh, I'm a woman, I should like to shop or I should like fashion. Well, no,
Mm.
everybody has their own likes and dislikes. You wouldn't fault yourself for not being able to cut your own hair. I'll leave that to the professional.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why my hair is in a headband today,
right.
because
So how is shopping really any different?
it's really not. And you hit on something for me that I spent 20 years wearing scrubs every day to
Yeah.
work. And I thought it was
Yeah.
the greatest thing in the world because and I think this is where my edgy style comes from.
Okay.
So I wore scrubs 5 days a week. All I had to do, it was like Granimals. Like take the pants and, oh, purple pants today, purple shirt. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, how hard is this? I didn't have to worry about underwear because underwear doesn't show through scrubs. So it wasn't like I needed nude underwear and black underwear. Like, didn't have to do any of that. Socks didn't even show, so it didn't matter. I would get a little funky with the socks, and shoes, there was one choice. I could wear
Right.
sneakers or I could wear my clogs that were supportive on my feet. Like, really, it's not an attractive look, and there's not a lot of thought that had to go into it.
Yeah.
And when I transitioned into coaching, I was doing fitness and nutrition coaching at a gym. Well,
Okay.
what did that mean? That meant I was
Leggings and a
wearing
tank top.
cute workout clothes every day. So I have a Lululemon wardrobe out the yin yang. Well, now what happens when I have to? I transitioned about 8, 9 years ago into working with executives and going into corporations. And I remember my first public talk was to a room of 150 doctors. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to wear?
Right.
And it was really scary for me. I knew I could show up knowledge wise,
Absolutely.
but what is the image I want to portray on stage? I got the language down, got the body language down. I'm not scared to get up on stage, but I want to visually look the part. And this isn't about faking the part. This is
Yeah.
about looking like the powerful, entertaining speaker that I am. And you weren't in my life back then. So I depended on myself, and I'll share the picture someday with you of what I chose. Very basic, red
Right.
pants, black
Oh,
heels.
red pants. That's bold.
Well, it's bold when you're in a room full of doctors wearing white lab coats. Yes, I wanted to
Yeah.
stand out. And it was really like scary for me to make that choice. But the red pants were hanging there in my closet. I'm like, you bought these for a reason.
Mhm.
Like, you bought these because you're not afraid to stand out in a room. Put them on.
Yeah. Yeah. And, not a lot of people would gravitate towards red pants, but what's important is that you yourself identified with that bold color. And so
Mhm.
it felt authentic to you.
Yes. And I
And I think
knew
that's,
that it would boost my confidence. Like,
yeah.
because if you're going to walk into a room where everybody's almost all in white or scrubs and you're wearing red pants,
Mhm.
you got
Right.
to measure up to that. So I felt like I don't know, it was like my superhero pants, right?
Oh,
Like,
I can see that. Like your
yeah,
cape. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
All
what
right.
advice would you give to, we're doing all this virtual work now.
Yeah.
We're meeting with clients, potential customers, we're networking online. What advice would you give the entrepreneur, the person who's looking to connect with more people, that first meeting with someone, especially online?
Mhm.
How do we up that game a little bit?
Sure. Well, I would keep everything pretty neat, keep your hair neat, keep the makeup clean, and make sure you're doing both,
Mm.
because right now it's really, you have this small box that you're working with. So you want to maximize everything that you possibly can. I wouldn't suggest something as flashy as these.
I love them,
Um,
by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. But
Yeah.
for me, who's in fashion, who's in style, like it makes sense for me. But, someone
Yeah.
who's a lawyer or, something like that, it probably wouldn't. Blues look good on almost everyone, whether it be navy or this light blue
Mhm.
hue. And it's also very calming versus like a red, whereas, it was great for you on stage. I would steer away from red on camera just because it's very shocking and
Yes.
alarming. And you want people to be like welcomed by your presence,
Mm.
shocked by your presence. So I think those are, just easy things that really, I don't have to see you to really know that those things would work for you.
That's kind of cool. So
And your
how,
lighting source is also really important if you're on
yes.
Zoom.
Yes. So I will give a couple little secrets to, you have great lighting. Every time I've seen you on camera, you do great lighting. Um, Now, do you use a ring light or do
I
you,
do.
you do?
So I actually have a ring light right behind this computer
Mhm,
that I got off Amazon. I think it was like around $30. So
mhm.
it's not one of the super fancy ones that, either a makeup artist or a photographer would use.
Yeah,
But for this, it does the trick. And you want to make sure there's no light coming from behind you.
correct. So I have a little bit of light that comes from my left side from the window. So I make sure I close my curtains so I don't have,
Shadow.
I do
Yeah.
have a little bit, and I have an awesome light on my desk that actually shines right on me, and it's a light bulb that mimics sunlight.
Oh, so that's perfect.
So it's great. And then I have a ring light. I don't have it handy. I think my son stole it for filming some TikTok videos, but it's,
TikToks?
yeah. Um, he's doing these crazy clothes changes on TikTok, which you might find really humorous since you're a
Yes.
stylist. And if you'd like to know how to do that, maybe he could show you how to stand there in one outfit and then just
Right.
go,
And then you like,
you jump up in the air, and when you jump down you're in another outfit. I'm like, how did you do that? Like, I want to do that. But anyway, this ring light clips on your phone.
oh, okay.
So, and I'm sorry I don't have it to show you because I think it's been amazing for, me feeling more spontaneous on the go. So
Yeah.
I'm very scheduled and very planned out. So I would always do videos on my computer. Well, this ring light has given me the kind of push to when I have an extra 5 minutes in the car
Mhm.
or I'm out on the road somewhere, if I get inspired, I know I have that in my pocket, and
Yeah.
that even without makeup or just a little bit of mascara, it's still, my complexion still looks good. My clothes look the right color. And it simply clips on your phone right around the camera. So it's just like a chip clip, and it clips
I love
on and you
that.
turn it on. And it was less than $20 on Amazon. So amazing.
Can't beat that at all.
Yeah. So I have a couple exciting announcements that I
Oh,
told you about before we started
yep.
to record. So there's a really fun project that I'm working on with three of my business besties called the Confidence Club. The Confidence Club is something that was born a couple years ago. It was one of my most popular in-person workshop series, and one of the most important things I feel I've ever created as far as being a coach, because I didn't realize that I had this kind of natural thing that oozed out of me. And when I started teaching on confidence and all the different aspects of it, clothing, makeup, they're all the superficial things, but
Right.
happiness and confidence really come from the inside.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to announce that this community that we are just creating, it's not open yet, but if you're interested, comment below and I will send you an invite to it when we're ready. I've invited Ashley to be one of our first guest speakers in that group, in that community. And we are planning some amazing in-person events locally in the Philadelphia area that will be lunch and facials and makeup and champagne and a fashion show and inspiring speakers. And this series of events that we're putting together just for women really, I think, will bring back some of that connection, confidence, and community that we've all been lacking since January or February. So I'm excited for that. And of course, this will be available really soon. So you'll get an announcement from me. And then, Ashley, what do you have happening right now and how can people get in touch with you?
So right now I'm doing everything virtual.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, so people can get in touch with me on my website. They can go to ashleyschafer.com. The spelling of my name will be, I'm sure, will be in the details of
Yes.
this video. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram at Styled by Schafer. And so I make sure to post, I do a weekly newsletter where I put out different style tips or tricks or shopping hacks, really whatever is relevant to the time. So right now I'm talking about swimsuits with my followers. I know, but it's summertime and the beaches are open, the pools are open. We don't have that many options as far as like what we can really do.
Yeah.
And so it's really important for you to feel confident in your swimsuit, and I want to help you do that. I hosted a shopping party at my home last weekend for 5 clients
Mm-hmm.
that were all friends, and one of the girls wanted swimsuits. And my mom, it's funny, I was telling my mom about it, and she's like, oh my goodness, you're gonna buy swimsuits for another person? Yes, I can shop for swimsuits for you too.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled 5, and she actually loved 3. Well, she loved all of them, but purchased 3 of the 5. I mean,
Wow.
when was the last time you went out and bought 3 swimsuits at one store? Like,
Um, I will say the last time that happened for me was when I was, um, oh my God, in the best shape of my life, like a size 2 or a size 4, solid muscle, 14% body fat, training for a figure competition.
yeah.
And I literally went to Target and bought 5 bathing suits, small bottoms, small tops, and walked out of the store and never even tried them on. And they all looked fabulous. That's the last time.
Well, yeah, I mean, swimsuits can definitely be challenging. So I have a blog out there right now that gives some of my tips and tricks.
Awesome.
Um, and that client, she was like a size 6, but at the same time, I purchased 4 bathing suits for my mother-in-law the other
Hmm.
day, and she kept 3 of them. And her body type is completely different. She's still fabulous. Completely different from my girlfriend. And it's like, where we're going to be out there
Yes.
doing activities like the beach, like you really should feel your most confident self when
Yeah.
you're out there. And there's different things, different tips and tricks that I touch upon in the blog that can help you get there.
Oh, well, we'll definitely make sure to
Yeah.
share that link in the comments to this video too, because I haven't read that one yet. And, all those swimsuits that I used to wear don't fit. So it's time to, upgrade the look and how much I spend on a swimsuit and the fabric choice and all of that
Absolutely.
is so important.
It is. It really, really is. And just the cuts and, you know, it's tough because there are so many different cuts and styles out there. And so I think that's really also what, frustrates people is not just with swimsuits, with clothes in general. There's so
Mhm.
many different options out there. And, I explain to my clients, like, one of the greatest benefits to working with a professional is, I take the guesswork out of it. So I'm going to analyze what's your body shape, what cuts fit you best. I'm certified in color analysis, so I can tell you what colors are going to flatter your skin tone best. And when I pull things for you, I'm only going to pull things that fit those criteria. A lot of
Yeah.
times, if you go shopping, you might gravitate towards, that pink top or floral or what have you, and without even thinking, oh, that's a turtleneck. Turtlenecks don't look good on me, or tiny prints don't really flatter me. And it's things like that. I could love a top so much, but if I know it's not in your colors, or it's not the right shape for you, I'm not even going to pull it. So automatically you're one step ahead of the game when you try things on.
Yeah, and I will give you the biggest compliment ever because I hate to go shopping, because I look at the whole store and then I pick out things that I like the look of,
Mhm.
but I don't think, well, how's that going to look on me?
Right.
And what you did in, I think it was maybe a half hour of
It was
trying
so
on clothes.
quick.
It was so
Yes.
quick, right?
Because you had to pick your son up.
Yeah. And it was literally one pair of pants. I was like, no, these pants don't work. And you were like, nope, let's go to this. And it was so powerful for me to actually enjoy a shopping experience. Because normally I buy stuff, I take it home, I try it on, and then I don't like it, and I take it back. And it's this whole ick thing
Right.
that I don't bother doing. So you took that out of it for me. So anybody who's thinking about going shopping after or when the stores open back up and having somebody go with you that is knowledgeable and experienced and says, no, your butt looks huge in those pants, or no, that's not flattering for your waist. You do an awesome job at that. And it was fun and it was full of laughter. So thank you so much for doing that with me. And I look forward to when we can do it again.
You're welcome. Yeah. And you actually forgot to mention the best part, which was that the clothes were already there waiting for you.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I started to look around the store and it was just literally right to the dressing room. Yeah.
That's what I mean. And that's one of the things that I love is, everything's already set and ready to go for everyone. Like, I know, like, the women that I work with, they've got a lot going on, and I
Hmm.
want to be cognizant of your time. And, so everything's pulled and ready to go. So it makes shopping just so much easier. And right now, with doing things online, things are pulled ahead. I use a great dashboard that's similar to like a Pinterest page, and you can
Ooh,
browse. Yeah, you browse the thumbnails right from your phone, and it takes you directly to the retailer. And I mean, like, scrolling, who's got time for that?
not
Let me do
me.
that for you.
Yeah. I love it. Well, I'm super excited for this for you. And I'm so excited that you joined me here for Coffee Chat Friday. And we'll share all your links below this video. And I look forward to our next shopping trip. Pull some bathing suits for me virtually, please.
You got it.
Okay. Thanks, honey.
Thanks,
Have an aw-
everyone.
have an awesome Friday, guys, and I look forward to seeing you rock your confidence, whether that's clothes, fashion, business, love, whatever it is. Let's bring out that confidence in you. And thanks again, Ashley, for joining me today for Coffee Chat.
Having me.
And I look forward to our next shopping trip.